Impulse generator.
Impulse generator, yes,
Yeah.
sir.
It will be generating an impulse voltage of DC impulse voltage of 800 kV.
800 kV, okay, sir.
It will be I don't know, বল আমি বেরোইনি এখনো, ওদেরকে একবার ফোন করে নেব। অরিন্দম বা সায়ন্তনকে কর। আমি বেরোচ্ছি 5-10 মিনিটের মধ্যে বেরোচ্ছি। ঠিক আছে। This is actually used to see the capacity of an insulator. Here
Okay,
this is the sample
capacity.
insulator.
Oh, this is the insulator, okay,
Yeah,
sir.
this
The upper
one.
one, the upper part, sir,
The
actually.
brown one, the brown.
Okay,
the
brown one.
Okay. The upper one is the conductor, the metal of
Okay,
it.
okay, sir.
Okay. So what we actually, this is actually used to simulate the condition of the insulator
Okay,
in
sir.
case of thunderstrike.
Okay, okay.
So we cannot get thunderstrike here. So we are actually simulating the environment by this impulse generator.
Okay, sir.
These blue things are the, you can see eight blue boxes. These are
Yes, sir.
actually capacitors of 100 kV each. Capacity.
Okay, 100 kV each.
100 kV each.
Okay, what kind of capacitor it is, sir, actually?
These are all, I mean, electrolytic capacitors.
Electrolytics, okay, okay, sir. Thank you.
So 800 kV capacitors these are present, and what we are actually doing, we are charging these capacitors in parallel. So 100 kV charging is occurring, and when we are discharging, we are the spark gaps will be there. When it will be full charge, the spark gaps will actually flash over and connecting the capacitors in series to generate 800 kV. 800 kV when connected in series, it will be generating 800 kV. So the full 800 kV will be given to this insulator.
Yes, sir.
And then we will be testing the condition of the insulator. There are actually these wires will be taking here, CROs will be there.
Okay, and what is this actually, sir? This one, this one?
হ্যাঁ বল। হ্যাঁ সাপন্ন তো জানি রুমে আছে, বাকি দুজন ওরা মনে হয় ল্যাবে। হ্যাঁ তুই হ্যাঁ 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 যাচ্ছি।
And basically, we are just supplying the charges, we are applying the charges, and we're just testing how much insulation it is right now.
The breakdown voltage we are testing.
Okay.
So it will be
That means we just apply a voltage there and just take whether there is some charge discharge or not.
it means that this is actually used to, means it will be a 800 kV 1.2 microsecond impulse.
Okay, sir. Oh, 1.25 microsecond. Okay.
So these are actually the characteristics of a normal thunderstorm.
Yes, sir. Yes,
These
sir.
are
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
two types of impulse actually we get. One is lightning impulse, that is this one, and one is switching impulse. Switching
Yes, sir.
impulse means what happens in case of power system during switching means
Switching, yes, sir.
switching of load or taking out of load.
Yes, sir.
A system experiences impulses. So we also test the insulators during that condition. But this is specifically for lightning impulse test.
Okay, sir.
This is our potential divider, raised potential divider.
This one, sir, the long one.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one.
Okay.
Long one, okay. And that one, the horizontal pipe that you are seeing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is the half wave rectifier.
Half wave. Oh, this is the half wave rectifier actually.
The horizontal line.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the one is the middle. There is some motor pump is there, na motor actually.
The servo motor is actually used to adjust the position.
Okay. Actually, sir, in a theoretical we are just drawing a full wave rectifier in a diodes and all this thing, but practically it is different actually.
The whole topology gets changed.
Change, na sir. Okay.
This is a transformer, cylindrical transformer.
Oh, this is cylindrical transformer actually.
That was discussion held on this and also the HOD room. HOD room में सबका मिलके बैठ के हम लोग का कलीग्स डिस्कशन कर लिया करके सब
अच्छा,
पॉइंट को, ठीक है, अपने HOD से, तो वो पॉइंट मतलब सॉर्ट आउट हो गया, ठीक है,
Okay.
क्योंकि मेरे कलीग से अभी बात हुआ करके।
Okay, sir. Continue.
हाँ,
Okay, this is a circular transformer, sir, actually.
This is a transformer.
Okay, and what is what kind of is a step down actually? Step down, sir, transformer actually.
This is step up transformer.
A step up transformer. So from what volt it's a step up to how much?
See, this is actually 0 to 1000 volt.
Oh, zero from here, zero
We
to.
are controlling. This is a regulating transformer.
Yes, sir.
The regulating transformer will be giving power to this.
Yes,
so
sir.
0 to 100 volt.
0 to 100
0
volt.
to 100 kV.
Yes, sir.
0 to 100 kV, this charging will be occurring there. Okay. Now,
That means we are providing how much there?
0 to 100, 1000 volt.
1000 volt.
Zero.
And thousands to 4000.
See, this is a 0 to 220 volt transformer. which
Okay,
is here.
yes, sir.
And this is transformer is 0 to 1000 volt.
1000 volt.
This 0 to 1000 volt will be giving to this. This will be a 0 to 100 kV.
100 kV.
Yeah, because 100 kV will be required to charge these things. Okay. So,
Yes, sir.
now this is the thing here.
100 kV means 10,000, na?
100 into 10 to the power 3.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So 1 lakh.
1 lakh. Yeah. Sorry.
So this is the case for impulse generator, and the oil that you are seeing, this is actually
Which one is the oil, sir?
the
That is transformer oil.
transformer oil.
Okay.
This is actually the setup is for partial discharge detection. Means what
Okay.
we actually doing, insulation gets degraded and it totally gets out of service after a certain period of time.
Yes,
But
sir.
what by this setup we used to detect the oil during its operation, so that we can actually analyze the oil by the actually what happens during operation. Every insulation faces leakage currents.
Okay.
Okay, means nothing is ideal. So
Yes, sir, of
all
course.
insulators cannot, any insulator cannot block 100% current. So small amount microampere level currents are actually passing through those insulators. So we used to detect those microamperes so that we can actually analyze the condition of the oil during normal operation. This is partial discharge technique. So that what happens means we can analyze the health or
Of any
and issue an early
transformer.
warning the oil is actually getting degraded. We have to change it so that the whole system doesn't get.
If there is no oil, sir, what will be the? If there is no oil, then what will be the situation?
This is actually for oil insulation, liquid insulation.
Oh, that is for liquid insulation. That is actually what kind of insulation? This one, sir. Actually, this one.
I mean this one. This
Yes,
is
sir.
solid insulation.
Solid, and that is the liquid actually.
It's a liquid.
So gas. Okay, two types are there actually.
For gas insulation setup is
So
not over
so
here.
this is the actual liquid one is used in transformer only, na? And this one is for transmission,
This is power transmission.
power transmission. Okay, sir. So what are the actually things actually you measure in terms of liquids, sir? What is that unit actually which you measures the quality of the
Actually measure partial discharge in terms of coulomb, picocoulomb.
coulomb,
PC.
picocoulomb?
Picocoulomb.
Okay, is there any methods to just measure the liquid quality, sir, by which we can just determine how much it can provide the resistance?
You are talking about insulation resistance.
Yes, sir,
right?
insulations.
No, this setup is not for insulation resistance.
Okay.
Insulation resistance will be a different. That will be a total mega setup will be there.
Okay, sir.
Here,
Okay.
that is there. And that one is for power frequency test. Means for 50
Power-
hertz supply, we are actually testing the breakdown voltage of air. Okay, our breakdown voltage of air is 30 kV per centimeter. So what we will be actually doing, we will be actually testing the breakdown voltage of air by using 50 hertz power supply.
Okay.
That will, and that is the voltage that we will be giving here is 300 kV. Hello. Okay. কোত্থেকে? হ্যাঁ বলুন। কি পারচেজ করেছিলেন? এসি। আপনি মনে হচ্ছে রং নাম্বারে ফোন করেছেন, আমি কিন্তু কোনো এসি এখন কিনিনি। হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ এসি পারচেস করেছি এই নাম্বারে। কি নাম? না স্যার, আমার নাম অর্পণ নস্কর। কাহিনী আমি মনে হচ্ছে ভুল নাম্বারটা কোনোভাবে ভুল করেছেন আপনারা। হ্যাঁ
That
this is a 150 kV, two 150 kV transformers connected in series.
Yes, sir.
Two types of two stacks are there.
Yes, sir.
So it is connected in series. So it's
Series.
300 kV supply. That transformer, that one.
Okay, and the bigger one. Okay, that one, sir. Stack.
That
And what will be this one, sir? Two
These are capacitive dividers.
capacitive dividers. And what is the use of that one actually?
The same thing that what we
Okay, just a resistance divider actually. Right now.
This is resistance divider.
Yes, sir.
And that is for
okay.
actually the setup actually requires capacitive divider.
Okay,
For
sir.
what happens in case of resistive divider, we actually faces huge amount of losses.
Yes, sir.
Now it is a 800 kV supply, so the current will be less. So current for 800 kV current will be less. So resistive divider will not be causing a much effect. But in case of 300 kV in 50 hertz, and this is DC also. Now that here we are getting there it is AC. So for 50 hertz, 300 kV. So for that the resistance loss will be very higher. So what we are doing, we are actually using capacitive dividers here, and capacitors connected in parallel. So it will be just like a resistance only. Resistance is series, and that is capacited in parallel.
So from when we talk about this one, since from time to time we have to change the insulation of any transmission system, sir, within a 5 year or 10 years actually.
That is according to the standard.
Standards, sir. So what is the standard? How much air actually? It's dependent upon the qualities and all these things, sir.
Quality,
But normally, sir, for the transmission line, high power transmission line,
See, exact date, I mean exact time, I also don't have the proper knowledge of that. But
Okay, sir.
it is actually of 3 to 4 years.
3 to
we
4
need
years.
And it also depends upon the system that you are working with.
yes, sir, yes.
A 220 volt system.
Yeah. Then of
and,
course,
that is a
different
distribution
thing.
transformer that will be a more time. But
Yes,
when
sir.
you are working with 100 kV, 300 kV, bigger transmissions, it will be
so we require more insulation, powerful
more
insulations,
and
of
we
course.
need to monitor it very closely.
Yes, sir.
Because in case of those failures, the whole system will be taken out of grid and a catastrophic fault will be
Of course, sir. Thank you. And sir, can you just explain me a little bit about this one actually? This is a transformer. Actually, I didn't. I've already learned from others, but still I don't.
just speak here.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, sir.
Sometimes what happens, no, the high voltage
Static,
systems,
yes,
so static charges used to be there.
Okay, they'll
Static
just.
charges. Yeah. So we have seen pigeons here.
Yes, sir.
Every week we used to get 4 to 5 pigeons dead.
Huh? 4 to?
5 pigeons.
Oh. Sure, I think we have to. Okay, no issue, sir. Then we have to think it should be closed actually. There is already net is there. I don't know how they can.
But these pigeons, they used to come and say, these things.
Okay, okay. Then you also come here, sir, because there is a chance more. You.
This is, see, we cannot increase a low voltage directly to high voltage because for
Suddenly,
that-
actually.
So what happens? No, if see, it is a 0 volt. I mean, it is a low voltage coil. It is a high voltage coil. If the voltage gradient is very big, the insulation between them has to be very much strong.
Yes, sir.
So that increases the cost of the transformer itself. So for
Okay.
that, what we used to do, we used to use 2-3 transformers in series. Means what happens? We used to increase the voltage in steps. Small, like 0 to 100, one increase. I mean 0 to 1000, it is happening.
Yes, sir.
This it is 10 to the power 3 order.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So this is 10 to the power 3 order. It is happening, and here now we are increasing to that is
1 lakh.
100 kV.
Yes, sir.
So you are getting 10 to the power 3 and 10 to the
So
power
actually,
5.
what are the use? Like you have said that we just use in a cascade form in a series actually the number of transformer because the cost of the insulation will be high. In that case actually. So actually, I'm not understanding. Can you just elaborate about what is the
You are
role
not
of
increasing-
using the insulation between them? Why we use the insulation between them? For power transmission actually, you are just talking.
In transformer,
Yes, sir.
2 coils used to be there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if it is one coil is like 10 volt, just
Yeah,
for
yeah,
example, one is
okay.
10 volt and the other one is 10 kV.
Okay, 10 kV. Oh,
Now understand the voltage trace in between those coils.
yes, sir.
So it will be very much easier for the oil insulation. Means the oil between them will be in tremendous amount of electrical stress.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the damage, the possibility of degradation on the oil is very much high. And
Okay.
these oils are totally very much costly.
Costly, yes, sir.
Okay. For economics, means from economic background, we are actually doing these things.
Okay. So these are the fans actually, fan.
These are, I mean, what to say, these are cooling fins.
Oh, cooling fins actually. So why they have constructed in such a manner, sir, actually?
See, these are, when oils are actually what happens,
Yes, sir.
these are, you can understand, there are pipes.
Okay.
So oils get circulated through these also.
Okay.
Okay. Now, since there are gaps in between, air used
Yes,
to
sir.
go in and out.
Yeah.
So even if the oil is hot here, it
But
is just a
I-
refrigerator mechanism. You
No, actually I'm not. Oh, so oil will be from here only.
Oil
Or-
is here, it will be coming on.
But it is very thin. How? Oh, okay, okay, okay. It's very thin. Just like in a refrigerator, in the upper portions, there is a very thin layer of ammonia. Okay, okay. So it is circulating.
Also, the oil pumps also used to be there to circulate the oil itself.
Okay, okay. And so that's why to just cool that oil actually. Huh? And what is the purpose of keeping the oil inside? For same reasons, the
Insulation,
insulations.
insulation. Oil is only for
Insulations.
insulation.
So what are the part of actually basically if we say in a layman language, sir, what are the part actually a transformer must have? Because in diagram we are just finding here that primary and secondary transformer is there. But actually in the practically we are just finding it is different.
Transformer, primary thing is about voltage step up,
Yes, sir,
step
yes, sir.
up and step
Yes,
down.
sir.
Okay. But the most other instrument that you will be getting it for, one is for cooling.
Cooling.
And the other is for insulation.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, for insulation we are using oil. And now what happens with rising temperature, the breakdown voltage of oil also gets decreased.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we need to control the temperature of the oil so that it works in its normal or safe zone.
Yes, sir.
So for that we need to do this cooling provision.
So what is the name of a standard, the oil, sir, name actually? I think
Right now many advancements are going on, but this is basically an ester oil.
Ester.
Oil. ESTER.
Ester oil.
Okay.
It's too costly, no, sir. So basically, I've heard that when a transformer is installed, so it takes some time to charge that oil actually. In our village, sir, actually, when the transformer is sorry burn out, so when a new transformer comes, because I was actually from the village area, so before 10, 15, sir. So we face a lot of problem actually. You know, a transformer come, especially it's happening in the summer only. So when
Because it will be
too much load, yes, sir. AC and fan, yeah. That is the reason. And when you know, when it's come, we are very happy. But it's been told that it will take some more days to charge that transformer oil we pour inside it. So right
it's
now,
not about charging. What happens is now means every oil
Yes, sir.
has impurities.
okay,
Okay, so what happens? We cannot directly use that oil inside
Okay.
and just start it.
Okay.
What happens? The oil may contain some pollutants.
Pollutant,
that
of course.
may directly short circuit the transformer.
oh,
So
okay,
what happens? First, we need to heat the oil.
Okay.
We need to filter the oil.
So in this only, or somewhere else?
No, actually, mainly filtration part is done outside.
Outside.
But we need to heat the oil.
Okay.
That is done inside only.
Okay, inside
Now,
only.
what happens by heating the oil? The dissolved gaseous pollutants that used to be there means what happens? What I am saying means not gaseous pollutants, some other liquid pollutants that will.
So it will be settled down actually.
It will actually means what happens when it will be heated up, they
Yes,
will be
sir.
turning into gaseous because
Okay.
their boiling point will be less, so it will be just evaporated.
Okay, it's will evaporate. Okay.
This is the most.
Okay, this is the reason actually we are just hitting.
Heating and moisture is a big problem for.
So I think every time, I think now it's closed actually, because if it's open, then I think every time it will be just.
We have to do it actually. Means actually the problem is comes out of moisture.
Moistures, yes, sir.
Okay. Now
Yeah,
it
when
is-
it's open actually.
Yeah, now it is actually dry season, summer season, the problem is not there. But during rainy season, we at the high voltage lab is a very dangerous area.
Yes, sir.
Means that these doors sometimes get. But matlab, you are
Yes, sir.
touching, you will be seeing
Static
inside.
some charge, no? Storage. So actually, how we can just know from the looking outside that whether it is a step up and a step down? Is there any way?
No, like that you cannot understand.
No, we can't understand. Okay.
You have to just see the specifications. There, it will
So right now, these are having us similar charges or in static mode, sir?
be. These are standby.
Standby, sir. So what is it? Can just I think it's you can just give a good look actually if it is possible. So there we have to put the oil, sir, inside this.
This is
Okay,
oil.
okay.
Oil tank.
And how it's so it will circulate in this manner.
Yeah,
Okay.
this will be coming in. This is the-
Okay. So continuously it will be going up and down.
Yeah, of course it will be going up and down. The hot oil will be transmitted up. It's not transmitted up. It will be coming here.
Okay, in the fins.
Fins.
Okay, it will be cool down
It will
actually.
be cool down again.
Okay.
That will be pushed.
So
here.
is there any motor actually, motor concept, or due to hitting only it's will be
Sometimes what happens, no, actually the circulation used to be natural.
oh natural convection. Okay, sir. Okay, due to
Because
hitting
what
actually.
happens, by heating, what the internal air pressure actually.
Yes, sir.
The pressure of the oil will actually do it.
Okay.
The means the cooling, the
And-
colder things will come
Okay,
up.
and where is the sir? Actually, the we call it na, that is the higher side and the primary and secondary coil actually. So what are the actually this is the one actually, sir?
You have to understand from this one actually.
Okay, this is the actually
Okay.
transformer. Okay, the terminal actually this one is the terminal actually,
So
sir.
one terminal. This is also terminal.
Okay. So this is the terminal, sir.
Here 3 terminals are there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Here 4.
Four terminals.
Means, see, understand. Here delta connection will be
Yes,
happen.
sir.
And here it is star connected.
Okay.
So if it is a
Oh,
distribution.
this is the motor, sir. Actually.
Yeah, this is a motor. Okay. So in case what happens when if you use it as a distribution transformer.
Yes, sir.
So this will be a primary side.
Okay.
What happens because we need a neutral in our secondary side. for
Secondary side.
distribution. So this will be a primary, this will be a secondary. This is just a first hand view. Okay. But basically you have to understand from these manuals and all.
Manuals. Okay. So what is the life of a single transformer? Or is depend upon the load or in the everything different factors
scenario,
actually on
yeah.
which. And what is the cost of a normal cell? Like if we talk about this one, so how much cost it is? Huh?
Close to 30-40 lakhs.
30-40 lakh. That's the reason actually we find that it's take so many times to
Yeah, of course.
when it's one order, it will take so many times. Otherwise, you can easily buy it, purchase it. Oh, 30-40 lakhs.
See the mechanism that actually.
Yes, sir. So this is the pressure actually. Oh, pressure gauge is also there actually. Oh, temperature.
this is
Temperature
for
is there for
actually-
temperature, showing the temperature actually. But I think right now the temperature technology is advanced, so I
This
think
is the old one.
old model actually. So right now I think there must be some smart temperatures transmitter or sensor will be there actually.
The signal will be going to that control panel and
Okay, sir.
this is actually the air.
Compressor, sir. It is compression, na?
This is used for multi-purpose. First, we used to use it for gas.
This is what actually?
This is actually this is experimental setup to actually show the variation of breakdown voltage of gas with increase in pressure. And it will decrease when pressure will rise and it will increase when pressure will fall. This is
And
the
what is this, sir? Actually, fan. I think fan is there.
this is a heater.
Heater, but fan is outside. I think.
Actually, this is the blower. The air has to be circulating in a heater also.
Okay, okay.
So that is why.
Okay, so that randomly the heat can be throughout the chamber and can easily be heated.
The oil is to be there.
Yes, sir.
All part of the oil must be heated uniformly.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your valuable time. Actually,
You must stop calling me sir.
okay. Actually, I have just got
You are very much senior to me. You understand that?